Welcome back, lovely listeners, to episode 161 of Topicopedia podcast, the only place where we serve up juicy news, mysterious hums, and life's unspoken rules with a generous side of cheeky innuendo. I'm Steve.
And I'm Nicole. And if you're here for a podcast that's as sharp as a razor but twice as fun, you've come to the right place. We've got a hot lineup for you today, more packed than Uncle Jerry's dance moves at last year's family reunion. And trust me, mildly suggestive, highly inappropriate.
Yes, Uncle Jerry, the only man who could turn inappropriate into an art form, or at least a cautionary tale. But enough about him. First up, we're diving into the notable news of the week, because staying informed is sexy, or at least that's what we tell ourselves when we're doom scrolling.
Then we're turning the volume way down or up, depending on how you feel about it, to explore the unsolved hum mystery. Ooh. No, it's not what Steve makes after a few drinks. It's a real life low frequency buzz that's been baffling ears around the globe.
And for those of you who've been desperately waiting for part 2 of Unspoken Rules of Life, the little awkward social etiquettes guide is back, keeping you on your toes and making sure you never accidentally embarrass yourself. Not too much anyway.
And as always, we'll round things up with the Urban Dictionary word of the week so you can sound hip, and without even trying. Does anyone sound hip if you're actually saying hip? The meme of the week that'll leave you snorting in public, and our joke of the week that's just guaranteed to be so bad it's practically foreplay.
So grab your headphones, maybe a cheeky beverage, and settle in. It's about to get delightfully weird.
You ready to ramble, Steve?
Anyway, let's get into it. Always, let's get into it. I can do it all apart from the end. You know what I mean?
Gosh, you really left me hanging there.
Yeah, I weren't going to start from the start again there. Sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair. We did well. We did well for us, I think.
I think so. We'll take it.
Yeah, we will. We're going to have to. Are we live on TikTok, Steve?
No, we're not live on TikTok.
Oh, well, you can sort that out then.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can do that whilst I ask you about how your week's been.
You always ask me that.
Yeah, you always ask me that afterwards as well.
I know. I've got, once again, nothing to report, apart from struggling a little bit with hay fever.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a little tiny bit of hay fever going on. So that's...
You're self-medicating tonight, you told me.
I might be.
So, do you want to tell our audience how we're self-medicating tonight, Steve?
Yeah, I thought I'd see if vodka helps the hay fever.
I think it will.
We'll wait and see. It might help you sleep tonight.
It might not help hay fever. Yeah, it will definitely help you sleep tonight, but it will definitely help you not care so much that you have hay fever. And I thought that if you're doing it, even though I don't have hay fever, I'm going to do it too, and maybe you'll feel better even more so if I have one too.
Well, yeah, I'm sure
it's all for you.
Even if it is just from the aspect of I'm not drinking alone, that's fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, it's 5:52.
It is. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Time of recording.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're perfectly justified.
Someone might be listening. It's 5:52 in the morning. Probably now isn't the time to crack open your beers.
Depends where you live, though, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know. It's why if you go on holiday, if you're in an airport, it could be 5:52 in the morning. You go and get that. You can get that vodka. You can have what you want when you want in an airport, can't you?
That's the joys of the airport, isn't it? You just... Yeah.
There are no rules.
I've not booked a holiday. I need to look at holidays.
Yeah, you do. I've just booked a holiday. That's what I've done this week.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I've booked a holiday down in Cornwall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going back home. But but cabin with my friend. So I'm... You know, I like my little cabin trips, you know?
You do.
But it looks like a fairy tale, this one. I can't wait to show you. I'll send you some pictures when I...
Yes.
Do you want to see? I'll send you some pictures. Let me send them to you.
Do you know you're going to have to blog them as well?
No, I'll blog them when I've taken my own, but I'll just send, just for your benefit, I'll send some.
I will look forward to you doing a blog as well.
Oh yeah, when I'm back.
We love a good blog. And thank you to everyone who does check out our website and sees all the stuff we post, because we put a lot of effort into posting stuff on there.
It takes a long time to write a whole blog post, doesn't it, Stu?
It does.
No, don't laugh. It does. It takes ages. Anyway, I've sent you some pictures to peruse.
Okay, thank you.
But it is quirky. It is quirky.
Oh, wow,
But
okay.
it's pretty.
So it's like sleeping in a mini chapel.
Kind of, but
Okay.
but it's like a shed chapel.
A shed chapel. Okay, fair dues.
Yeah,
That's funky.
it's cute. It's got a nice hot tub, and this time we don't have to wood fire the hot tub, so it's going to save us a fortune, isn't it?
Make it a bit easier. While I'm on TikTok, by the way, just we're still going with it. No one watches, but we're still going with it.
Oh, that's such a load of rubbish. People hop in all the time.
True.
So
Hop in and hop out.
hop in and hop out. Andy quite often will join us if he's able.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And you can
Anyway.
donate gifts to us, just if you feel like it.
it would be nice. I mean, it would just be nice. I mean, it's my birthday coming up in 2 months' time. So
Lovely.
just think about it, you know? Just think about donating a little birthday gift to TikTok. Just
There you go.
because, you know. And your birthday's not that far away either, is it, Stu?
July, yeah.
Yeah, yours is first, actually. So maybe
Okay.
donate one to Steve's birthday. Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather not think about. I'd rather not have any more birthdays. Just stay the same age.
No, don't say that. That sounds really morbid.
It
that.
does, doesn't it? But I mean, I don't want to get any older. I'll just now's
No,
enough.
you do. It's a privilege.
Okay,
It's a privilege.
it's gonna get to
Look,
the
I used
point
to-
where people start giving me the seat on the bus.
Oh, yeah, lovely. I'd well take that.
Not that I go on a
Right.
bus. I'm no bus wanker.
No, me neither. No, don't ride peasant wagon, darling. But you know, sometimes it's nice. I don't think people are that nice anymore to offer you a seat, though.
Yeah.
I remember being very, very heavily pregnant, and I had to get to the hospital on the bus,
Oh,
and there was
no.
no room to sit. Yeah, no one offered me a seat.
Oh, did it? Oh, wow. Okay, fair dues.
Yeah, miserable. So I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it my whole life. I was let down by the British public.
So how's your week
Oh,
been
dear.
anyway?
Yeah, it's been all right. I booked a holiday, so I'm quite chipper. Yeah, it was nice. I tell you what's weird. You know, I've been just like permanently busy all year.
Yes.
I have had nothing really to do this week, and it's weird.
Okay.
I did upload some bits to Vinted, some of my daughter's old clothes. So that was that, I suppose. But I don't seem to have a million things that need doing, and I don't quite know what to do with myself.
Oh,
I
fair
almost
enough.
feel a little bit like bored. I don't know what that's all about.
It won't last for long. You'll soon be busy again, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Well, in 6 weeks' time, I'll be very, very busy because I'll be going on my holiday, and then I'll be coming back, and then I'll be going straight back down on to Cornwall again for another holiday for my first birthday. And then I'll be back, and then there'll be my party. So it's going to get very busy at the end of July. But yeah,
Excellent.
until then, I've got not a lot to do. I've got to make an incubator, though. That'll keep me busy for a couple of hours.
Okay.
That's it, though. How about you? Have you done anything at all? Anything?
Oh gosh, I've slept since I've done anything, so I'll say no, just for the sake of
Okay.
argument.
I think that's fair play.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I have got some feedback for us.
Oh,
if
excellent.
you'd like. I have to find it because I've lost it. No, there it is. It's good. I've got it under control. Andy, I don't know if you're around, Andy. Hello, if you are. If you're not, what you doing?
Where are you, Andy?
Where are you, Andy? We miss you. Please come back. So he said starting with a rap was quite an interesting way to start. I almost thought I loaded the wrong podcast until I heard mention of Uncle Jerry. Doubt any other podcasts have him as their mascot. And then he goes on to say it was so nice to be thought about with the zebra delivery. Although they told me it was going to be discreet. I wish I'd had that kind of money. If I win the lottery, I'd buy you some fun snacks to review at Podmas again. It won't be long. And then he goes on to say maybe the person who wrote the bit on the phone box was someone Welsh who had dyslexia.
Oh, well, there you go. Probably.
Maybe.
It's the best theory we've had in a while.
It's the only theory anyone's given us, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll take that. Yeah. All right. A Welsh dyslexic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
I made that joke so bad. It was unreal. Like, I even messed it up saying, what's that say about me?
Oh, well. We'll let you off.
Anyway. Good. Thank you. Too kind. Dear God.
Oh yeah, I meant to say I spoke to Kaylee this week
because
she's good. She was scrolling TikTok and she saw a post about Billy Mega Chippy, and she blames us.
Oh my goodness!
That song immediately came back into her head.
Oh my goodness!
I wonder if it's still on my hotkeys. I think I relegated it. I think that's doomed.
I think you must have done.
It
was episode 3.
Was it? Wow. So, okay.
Yeah.
Look at us keeping track of when we last talked about things. We
talked about that for so long.
We did.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I couldn't really forget when...
Anyway, she said she's got a bit behind. She has been living her best life. She's been on holiday.
Oh, where's she been?
Oh, God, where did she say now? I want to say Thailand, but I'm not positive.
Ooh!
It's somewhere over there.
Lovely. Kind of, over there.
over there, not near here.
Not
there. Put it this way, Ryanair don't fly to it, so I forgot what it was called.
Right, okay. That's fair. Absolutely fair. Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds fantastic. I hope you had a wonderful time, Kaylee.
Yeah, so she's got some catching up to do. She said she listened to some of the old episodes again on the flight home.
Oh.
Chuckling to herself. Nice. Yeah.
Did she listen to the one about the giant dildo on the roof of the cabin? Something made me think of that the other day.
Did it?
I can't remember what it was. I feel like someone said something and I thought, yeah, I wonder if that had happened, on your flight. And then I realised that person wasn't privy to that piece of information. And I couldn't make that joke and it made me sad. So if you're not listening to Topicopedia and you know me, then you won't hear this. But I'm really sad that you don't.
Yeah, because if you'd have listened, she could have cracked the joke and it would have been really entertaining for everyone all around.
It would have been flipping hilarious. It was a really funny story, wasn't it? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Go back and find it. I believe the episode is called Please Use Your Dildos Responsibly or something like that. So if you can go back and find that episode, you can listen to that story. It was a genuine thing sent in by a listener. So
yeah. Oh, so what else have you done this week? Sorry.
Oh, I haven't done any. No, I've literally not done anything.
Oh, yeah, we moved past that, didn't we? We moved past
that. So we did some feedback.
Yes.
And I was hoping you've got some news for us this week.
Some news for you. Actually, I did have some news, right?
Yeah.
It came through as a push notification from Sky News or BBC News.
Okay.
And this, I shouldn't laugh, but I did laugh.
God.
It's one of them things where you see it and you think, why has that been sent out as a push notification? And it's happening more and more. Do you ever find you get push notifications, you're like, what are you telling me that for?
Yes.
Here you go. Yeah, with Sky News. PM tells Sky News he is frustrated at people who shout and scream about grooming gangs but did nothing.
Oh, okay.
Pot kettle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say when you're... Who was the director of public prosecutions?
And
yeah. So
they've been sweeping this under the rug for years, saying it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and then now he's been forced to basically take out this inquiry, and now he's blaming everyone else for it and deflecting still. Dude, just hold your hands up sometimes and just say, I got it wrong. I underestimated it. There's no harm in saying that. And you'd actually get a bit more respect for it.
He's not going to do that.
Well, there you go. No respect for him. Sorry.
Me neither.
Yeah, so
I don't even want to get too much into it. I can't stand.
No,
man.
I'm not. I'm not going to go far into it. I just wanted to say it is just so annoying when you get push notifications that are just completely hypocritical. There was plenty of people that spoke up, but they weren't in a position to do anything about it. And if you're director of public prosecutions or you're the PM, funnily enough, people might listen to you. But if you're not in that position and you're just a normal person, you get people like him just brushing you off. So probably the wrong term to use, but
well, whilst we're talking about grooming, being brushed off probably is.
Oh dear. But we'll wait and see what happens with the rest of the stories with that. Anyway, other funny news. Apparently, the first club of its kind in southwest London, right?
Right.
What sport do you think it is? It's a sport that they're trying to grow in the UK.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't even know sports that are in the UK.
I'll tell you what. Just name a sport and then mix it with another sport.
Oh, it's a bit like kind of like water polo or something like that.
Yeah, you're going down the right track.
Oh, am I? I don't know, Steve. No, I don't know. I'm not good at this game.
Underwater rugby.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're not fancying that?
Oh, what a bunch of pussies, honestly. Just play proper rugby. I'm so sick of this, like, namby-pambying it. Either grow your bollocks and play the game properly, or go and play football like a pussy.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, honestly. Underwater rugby.
Yeah, there's a picture of them here, and they're, like, obviously underwater, fighting over this rugby ball with their big flippers on. You look daft enough in flippers at the worst of times, but them wrestling a ball off another fully grown male just like looks a bit odd.
I just can't take this seriously.
I don't know. How is it meant to be like a spectator sport anyway? It's like how many swim pools are there where you'd be able to get a good view? Like you're gonna have to. It has to be like an aquarium fish tank.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to build a fish tank to put them in. You're going to have to play underwater rugby in a fish tank. Yeah, this is really manly. This is a very, very manly sport, boys and girls. Why don't you dress up as a dolphin whilst you do it? Yeah. Oh, my God. There'll be shit in rainbows in a minute. That wasn't a gay joke, by the way. That sounded awful.
Look, you know what? I'm sure they'd have a sense of humour about it as well. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure. Yeah. No, that's very true. That's very true. Okay, well, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to be buying tickets anytime ever.
You're not going to partake. You're not going to watch it. You just, there's enough sports.
I will watch it if they put a shark in there with them. I think they should put a literal shark in there and see how they go. Then I'll be interested.
I guess so. That would be probably not as safe a game as what they thought it'd be. Then they may as well play actual rugby.
Oh, that'd be much safer. Yeah.
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 Anyway, here's a good one for you. It's got to be America, hasn't it? They have made a £300 crab cake.
Using that unit of measurement, it is definitely America.
Yeah. The world's largest crab cake was enjoyed by, it wasn't served up by a minor league baseball game in Virginia. Fans enjoyed an extra large seafood surprise, £300 crab cake.
Was it like sea themed because of the underwater rugby? Do you think they're going to start doing underwater baseball next? Yeah.
But why? Out of everything, why make
crab cake? Sounds absolutely disgusting.
It doesn't look too great. Let me send you this link. You can have a look.
Okay.
And not that link. This link. I'll send you the correct link.
That'd be nice. Nice.
It doesn't look the most appetizing thing, but full well they've done this for headlines. they've had it mentioned now on Topicopedia. So if this Richmond Flying Squirrels suddenly does really well now, thank us.
Yeah.
Probably not the fish cake.
I don't actually like fish cakes. Do you remember having, like, the only time oh god, it does look disgusting.
It does.
Oh no, that can't be cooked properly. Oh
dear, I've got to the end of the video and it's come up with Keir Starmer. Right, let's close that tab.
Right, yeah. I don't want none of that. Quick, shut the tab. There we go. God,
off he goes.
Put me off my fish cake.
Yeah.
No, but I remember, like, at school dinners at school when it was fish cakes, it was like the one school dinner meal I was properly, like, not happy about.
I don't mind it from the chippy. I think chippies do a good job of it, but I wouldn't make my own, and I wouldn't have one at a posh restaurant. So long as the fish cake content is low amount of fish, then
it's not. Look, if I'm going to chippy, I'm not buying no fish cake. I'm going to buy a bit of bloody fish.
Ooh,
because that's different. Proper
bit of fish.
battered fish
is
a bit sexual, isn't it? That's a bit like, yeah, getting me, I want that deep inside, you know what I'm saying? That's I've actually eaten quite a big meal. I do not need any more food, but it's a very nice, bright summer's day. It is nearly 24 degrees in my room, and I've got my gin and juice in tow. I could proper go for a nice bit of fish and chips overlooking the water right now. But it would just...
That's a bit tight, isn't it?
Sorry?
That's a bit tight. Look, this is where you lived. You're taunting it. You used to live over there.
No, I'm not taunting my food. I'm taunting its relatives.
You'll be next.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen if you don't listen to your mummy and daddy, little fishes.
Yeah.
You're going to end up like Flipper here. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Anyway, this week, police also issued a mosh pit warning ahead of the Download Festival in Leicestershire.
I'm sure absolutely nothing happened, but I'm not going to lie, I don't like mosh pits. I think they're horrendous. I'm surprised
so do
they're
I.
still allowed.
But what do you think their warning was?
Don't accidentally slip and fall on someone's penis. I don't know. It's going to be something ridiculous. It's not going to be anything to do with actually getting hurt, is it? Or hurting people?
No, it was actually about the aggressive styles of dancing, such as thrashing, slam dancing, or pogoing. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, watch out that you don't make 999 calls, basically. Don't pocket dial the emergency services. And apparently certain iPhone and Apple Watch models have like a crash detection feature turned on by default.
Oh, okay.
So we can identify a severe car crash and connect people to emergency services.
Can I just say, if they're worried about that happening in a mosh pit, I think that says everything about what, mosh pits and why they should not be allowed. I'm sorry. They're fucking fucked up. Just a fucking dance in a crowd like a normal person. Yeah. You do not need to throw yourself at other people. And it gets nasty. I'm sorry. It's not, no.
Yeah, there's no need for it, is there?
No, there is not. Oh, God, I sound like such a killjoy this week. I don't like the Prime Minister. I don't like water rugby. And I don't like what we just said. What did we just say? I've forgotten already.
Mosh pits.
Mosh pits. Oh, my God. We need to try and make me sound a bit more fun. I tell you what, I found a news article that I popped in the prep for you, Steve.
Oh, yes. Right. So let's open the prep. Oh, hang on. On the prep. The prep. Let me open up the prep. I know. I'm halfway through the podcast and I'm opening up the actual prep.
It's genuinely a first world problem, isn't it?
This is how many pages long are we now? Is there like getting longer and longer? Right, page 1 of 35.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
I can't remember what the story is, so you can...
That well-renowned news source, The Tab.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of their websites where you're just glad you've got an ad blocker.
Yes. I think most of them are like that now.
Otherwise, it's like three working days to get to the actual article.
Oh.
Okay. So this was posted a week ago and updated 6 days ago. Okay. Obviously just went back and corrected some typos.
They probably just put at the end somewhere, nah, not really.
Yeah. So apparently OnlyFans has deactivated the account belonging to Bonnie Blue.
Oh, I do like this news. What an excellent story.
This came after her most recent stunt was branded as viral and having gone too far. I mean, right, I'm going to have to find out what is too far, considering pretty much everything we've spoke about her has been too far, basically.
Yes, for us, yes.
And we're quite, I'd say we're quite reserved. We hold off judgment.
Reserved? Oh, right, yeah, in that sense. I thought you meant reserved as like in general. We're reserved people. I thought, no. Anyone who's listening to us, who's listened to us
we're
before, know that we're not that reserved.
Okay,
we're tolerant.
We accept people at face value.
We're tolerant. That just makes it sound like we don't want to accept them. Come on.
Oh, well, okay.
We're laid back. We're here. We're good for a laugh. We don't mind.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
We've been here for 3 years, Steve. We're here for a long time. Look, we can't call it a flirtationship anymore, can we? It really is proper. This podcast is a whole thing. I'm sorry.
It's its own cult.
It really is. Yeah.
Okay, so what happened in this big stunt? She announced her next big stunt will be a 2,000 person petting zoo. She said that on June the 15th, she'd be tied up in a glass box for 24 hours. I'm all yours, tied up, gagged, bent over, begging. However you want me, you can have me. No limits, no breaks. Just me in a box ready to be used. I'm going to be hitting 2,000 bodies, and I'm not going to be the only girl there. Right. Mm-hmm. Classy. Mm-hmm. What happened to the last time that someone did that? Like let people use them however they wanted.
The living art person. I mean, to be fair, I will say that that wasn't sexual, and certain items were left in the room to be used, like knives and scary things. I think the thought was hopefully people wouldn't do that, but they fucking did. So, I mean, there's going to definitely be a threshold of what you can get away with, I think. But I mean, all that aside, OnlyFans have gone, sorry, no love. And they've pulled the plug on her. And I'm pretty sure that that's tens of thousands of pounds now a month that she's not getting anymore.
That's true.
The platform was making her a lot of money.
Yeah, they said extreme challenge content is not available on OnlyFans and is not permitted under our acceptable use policy and terms of service. So there you go. She didn't read the terms and conditions and she's been bitten for it. Or
she just thought she was above it.
Maybe. Well, sorry to tell you, love, you're not. It's about the one thing you're not above.
I hope that's it.
You've been above everything else.
Oh, she's definitely been underneath, that's for sure. Oh, God. What an absolute trench. I got nothing good to say about the woman. Unfortunately, there's nothing. She's just horrendous, and I'm so glad that OnlyFans have taken this stand, and because ultimately she will have been making them a lot of money as well. But I think it's more about the wider message that this sends out to men and women alike. Yeah. I think it's just very toxic. It's not good. So, yeah, I'm glad. It's taken away her platform. I'm sure she'll still find a way of releasing this stuff, but yeah.
Damn, that isn't out.
Losing her place on that platform, I think, is quite a big deal.
Yeah. Right, I thought I'd find one more story.
Okay.
And this looks good. It looks like it's got sound. You know what? I'm going to let you hear the sound. You won't hear the sound. You never do. I'm going to let the listeners hear the sound.
Brilliant. I'm so thrilled.
So this is
actually an alligator outside of the hotel.
A hotel. in Virginia with an alligator outside. Right, but the misleading thing is, the title of that article was found lurking... Oh, it says outside Virginia motel room. I thought it was going to be in the hotel, but it's not. It's outside in the entrance hall. It's like outside. Are you there?
Yeah. Sorry.
But it's outside.
Oh, right.
So, yeah. How would you feel if there was an alligator outside your hotel building?
What country did you say it was again? Sorry.
This is America, Virginia.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd stay there anyway, if I'm honest. No offense.
You would say that. Apparently, they learnt the gator had escaped from its owner while being transported from New York to North Carolina Zoo.
I'll tell you what I'd do is I'd give him that bloody great fish cake.
Yeah,
to eat.
That's true.
And then he won't worry about me.
That's true.
He's too busy eating all the fish cake because that fish cake is fit for about 4 alligators.
That's probably what he escaped for, isn't it? To be fair,
of course.
That's why he escaped his owner.
Problem solved. You see, there we go. We've rumbled it once again.
Yeah, we are just ultimate at solving mysteries.
Detectives, mysteries. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just give us a detective badge.
Yes.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Definitely.
Yep. Right. What are we up to?
Is that all our notable news? I
think that's enough excitement for one news day.
Well, it's enough news excitement, but we do have the rest of the show to go. And actually, you've got a button to press.
I've got a button to press. Which bit are we doing now? Oh, we're doing the... Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's try the button.
All your fears and darkest dreams, unsolved mysteries.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
It was good, I liked it.
Okay, so this one is called The Hum.
That's ironic considering the soundtrack that we use.
I know, I thought that. Okay, so you're lying in bed. It's just past midnight, and the world outside is still, silent. At least it should be, but something isn't right. There's a sound, low, constant, a droning hum just on the edge of your hearing. Not loud, not sharp, but it doesn't go away. It settles into your bones like a second heartbeat. You check your house. No appliances are running, no traffic, no wind. And yet, the sound is still there. This is the hum, and hundreds of people around the world hear it, and no one knows why. The first widespread reports came in the 1970s in Bristol, England. Residents complained of an untraceable low-frequency sound, often at night, often indoors. It caused headaches, nausea, sleep disruption. But oddly, not everyone could hear it. In fact, only about 2 to 10% of the local population seemed to notice anything at all. And then the same thing began happening elsewhere. Taos, New Mexico, Largs, Scotland, Windsor, Ontario, Auckland, New Zealand, dozens of towns, dozens of countries, always the same symptoms, the same droning sound, no clear source, no consistent explanation. People described it like a truck idling just beyond a wall, or a distant generator humming beneath the earth. Many said they could feel it more than hear it. Some wore noise-cancelling headphones to sleep. Others moved to remote areas just to escape it. Some couldn't escape it at all. Scientists began investigating. Acoustic engineers deployed sensitive microphones, spectrum analyzers. They found nothing. In most cases, the hum couldn't be recorded. It didn't show up on equipment. It was as if it only existed inside the heads of the people who heard it, except that they all described the same thing. Theories flooded in. Maybe it was industrial, factories or pipelines transmitting vibration through the ground, but many hums occurred in rural areas with no infrastructure. Maybe it was geological, underground, seismic activity or volcanic resonance, but there was no clear connection. Others suggested it was the military, low frequency ELF radio waves, the kind used by navies to communicate with submarines deep underwater. But again, no hard evidence, and governments stayed silent. Then came the psychological theories, mass suggestion, tinnitus, a form of audio, how do I say this? Pareidolia, whatever. The brain is interpreting random noise as something structured. But here's the thing. Many of the people reporting the hum were completely isolated. No exposure to other cases, no social context, and yet they heard it and it changed their lives. In 1992, a man in Taos, New Mexico, filed a formal complaint with the state government. He wasn't alone. The noise, they said, was driving them mad. That same year, the University of New Mexico conducted a full study. They found no physical source, but they confirmed that 2% of residents could clearly hear the sound. One of the researchers called it a real phenomenon with no explanation. Some people say they stopped hearing the hum after moving thousands of miles away. Others say it follows them wherever they go. Some stopped sleeping. Some stopped working. One man in the UK took his own life, reportedly due to the constant, unrelenting sound that no one else could hear. Today, the hum remains one of the world's most persistent modern mysteries, unsolved, unexplained, and very, very real to those who live with it. So the next time you're lying in bed and you think you hear something, a low sound deep in the walls or beneath the floorboards, listen closely. You might just be listening to the hum. Now, I will say that at least a year, maybe 2 years ago, this is something we did actually discuss in Plymouth. We did talk about it. It was a local news thing at the time. And it is something I've heard a lot of people say, that Plymouth has a hum. And I've never heard it. I've never heard it, but it is a whole thing. Plymouth is one of those places where a certain, amount of people say that there's a hum. And they've not been able to explain it. So, what do you reckon, Steve?
Well, I've talked about that here because there is a theory that, the town I live in, purposely they created a hum to try and suppress people. Kind of like a mind control technique.
Yeah.
And we can't find any evidence that it was ever put in place, but the theory was there. And
that's true.
Who knows? A freedom of information request to the right people. It could come out.
It could.
But I do sometimes hear things myself. And
do you?
Yeah, I've told you that. I'm sure I have. I'll sometimes hear.
I can't remember.
Not so much a hum usually, but more like just a sound. And I can't really explain it, but I do hear a sound from time to time. I'm like, I just wish I could record it because I know it's there.
Oh,
and I don't know where it's coming from.
What sort of a sound is it? Is it like a rumble or a...
Yeah, kind of like a rumble, yeah.
Like a thunder kind of rumble, or...
Yeah, like a... See, I can't describe... When I'm put on the spot, I can't describe it. I need to record it and play it to you.
If you can record it.
If I can record it. But it sounds like these, microphones are set up to pick up certain levels of, certain sound waves. What's to say that, you know, these frequencies do exist and people can pick up on them? It's a bit like, you know, outside shops and stuff, they'll often, you know, stick a speaker up playing a really high-pitched sound to keep kids away.
Kids away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And similarly, they do it for cats, don't they, in gardens?
Yeah, exactly. So that shows that different people can hear different things. So
it does.
Whatever sound this is, only 2% of the people can hear it, apparently. So it's some sort of frequency.
I will say that the people who claim that if they don't stay in their city, they go like hundreds of miles away, they can still hear it. You probably do have tinnitus, and you probably should go to a doctor.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you hear it. Yeah, true. But
people, who only hear it, you know, from, you know, their hometown or whatever, there
must be something in it.
There might be something in it, but what do you think then? Let's say it is real and only some people can hear it with particular hearing. What is causing it then?
It is mind control.
It is mind control.
It's mind control.
Ah, and to do what?
To keep control of the general population. Keep people suppressed.
I mean, no offence, but you're only suppressing 2%.
It's obviously not very efficient. They are maybe they are the smartest 2%. They are the most clever. They are the ones that would strike anarchy if they weren't controlled.
No, it doesn't make sense. I can't hear it, Stu.
I don't know. That's just one of many theories.
I like how you didn't go anywhere with that. You were just like, yeah, you're right. It's probably not that then.
I can't even back up my own theories, so I'll just...
Very, very diplomatic. I'll take it. Yeah. Very polite.
Yeah. But we would love to hear your theories. Please do get in touch through the feedbook form. The
feedbook form. I think that's what we're going to have. Our sexy feedbook form. Yeah, let's go with that.
On our website, Topicopedia.online, and we'll catch you next week for another...
All your fears and darkest dreams, unsolved mysteries.
Do you like that? Bookend.
I do like that.
Bookend.
Yeah.
That's a nice... Who performed that for us?
Oh, I didn't catch the name, you know.
Oh, okay. Fair dues. I
should find out.
You should do.
I'm going to have to credit people. Oh, dear. But yes, I thought that was quite fun. We've been needing production for a while.
Yeah, we've just never bothered, have we? We just roll, don't we?
We just quite enjoyed the fact that we kept saying we were going to do it, and then we just never did. But look, 3 years in the making. You had a rap last week. You've got an unsolved mystery, whatever, this week. What's next? Well, you might find out later. Maybe. So last week we talked about unwritten rules of life. So rules of life that we all adhere to that absolutely nobody talks about. So, of course, we're going to talk about them and break all the rules. So if we were in Fight Club, we'd be shite, wouldn't we, Stu?
Why, what's the first rule of Fight Club?
I can't remember. First rule of Fight Club is don't tell your mummy.
Oh, okay. Fair dues.
Don't tell on people. I don't know.
Just don't talk about Fight Club.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it was. Close enough, though, to be fair. You did well.
Yeah, that's true. I did know that. I was being silly. Right, anyway.
Okay.
I love that film. It's such a good film. Okay, so I believe we got up to this point. So texting here means you're outside. No more explanation needed. Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you've rocked up outside someone's house, you just say here. You don't need to add context or anything like that. we just know. And I think that's yeah, I can't argue that at all.
True. Yeah.
I mean, if you're expecting someone, it makes sense to you, doesn't it?
Yeah. What about this one?
It would be very... Go on.
Sorry, I was going to go on the next one, but yeah, I was just going
to say, it would be very weird if you didn't have plans with someone and they just text you, here. I'd be like, you better fucking not be.
Yeah.
You can take yourself right back over there again, mate.
Yeah,
I ain't bloody entertaining it.
Yeah.
Make an appointment like everybody else. Yeah, go on.
Oh dear. Yeah, so what about when you leave a public toilet? Obviously, there's mirrors everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you always make a funny face? Or is that just something I do? Pull yourself a face.
Do you know what? I read this earlier, right? I don't think it just means a public toilet. I just think any toilet. And I read this earlier and thought, oh, I don't think I do that. And then later on today, I went for a wee. And when I finished, I stuck my tongue out of myself in the mirror and walked off. And then I've never thought about it before in my life. And then I was like, oh my God, it's that thing. That thing I could have sworn blind I don't do. I just did it. So yeah, I guess it's a thing. I would never have thought it was a thing until then, though.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
I don't think you realise it, but you always have a cheeky look at yourself in the eyes and go, just kind of stuff
you
yourself
just did
out.
a face, didn't you? That was what that silence was. Steve was just
doing a face
doing
like looking at
himself.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, hey, how you doing in the mirror, but without words, little pouts. Pouts and winks, you got to do it, haven't you? Yeah, you got to do it. We all have that drawer, and you know what I'm going to say because I've just said that. That's full of random wires, and no idea what most of them connect to.
Oh, I know what all my wires connect to.
Do you?
Yeah. What's the point in keeping cables if you don't know what they're for?
Well, I know what they're for, and then I put them in the drawer, and then inevitably there's about 1,000 gadgets I've bought throughout the year that actually I didn't really need, so I don't use them, so they never need to be recharged. And then I wish there was just a universal charging cable, one fits everything, that would just be magic.
We're not that far off it with the USB-C.
Yeah, but still have a drawer full of wires, and then after like a year I'm like, well, I don't know what that does, don't know what that came with, but I daren't throw a single one out
because as soon as you do, that'll be the one you need.
That's the one that I need desperately. Yeah.
Always the way.
You don't want to throw away the vibrator one, do you?
No.
No.
What about when you do laundry and your socks just disappear? Always one sock. Never the pair.
God.
Never the pair that disappear. It's just one sock just disappears in the washing machine.
And you won't realise until you're there pairing socks up and you're at the end and there's one left and you're like, well, I definitely wore two. Yeah. I definitely took them off at the same time. They both definitely went into the wash basket at the same time, and they definitely went into the washing machine at the same time. So why have I not taken it out again? And yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. You never ask for help finding the ketchup in someone else's fridge. You will find it alone. I can't say I knew that. Is that a thing?
If it is, it's new to me.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... Look, if I'm in someone else's fridge, I'm not going to feel ashamed that I can't find... Also, some people don't keep ketchup in the fridge, which I don't.
No, why would you want it cold?
Oh, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like warm ketchup. I actually like it. So, when you go to like those burger vans...
Yeah.
And, their ketchup's always really warm because it's been next to the hot plate.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And it's always really like vinegary and tangy, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. The thing is, though, right? What kind of company are you keeping if you go to someone's house and you're having food and they don't offer you ketchup?
And moreover, you go, you got any ketchup? And then you go, oh yes, in the fridge. Like, no, mate, I'm your guest. Go and fucking present me the ketchup. Like, come on, what are you up to?
The ketchup comes to me.
Yes, exactly. Go forth and provide us thy ketchup. God, I wouldn't come back, would you?
No, that's true. Yeah. What about if you're if you ever got your phone battery at 100% and someone else sees it, they're going to mention it like it's a superpower. But then on the flip side, if you send a screenshot to someone and you've not cropped it and you're down at like 3%, they're like, charge your phone. I've got anxiety from it.
I know, actually.
Yeah.
No one's ever commented on how much battery I've got unless I'm charging my phone and they want to use my charger. Right, my phone, my charger, I'm a charging it, and they go, can I use your charger? And I say, well, I'm just charging my phone at the minute. And then they say, well, how much battery you got?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm charging
You're like,
my phone.
I've got 23%. I've got 23%. They're like, oh, that's enough.
Yeah, no, you don't decide that. It's certainly not enough for me. God, I get through battery like God. And right, that sounds so...
Like Bonnie Blue gets through men.
Like Bonnie Blue gets through men. Yeah, she definitely doesn't need any batteries, does she? I'm not surprised. She probably actually is battery powered. Yeah. I wouldn't be at all surprised. It would make a lot of sense.
Like
Things would start to make
one of the
sense.
fembots out of Austin Powers or something.
Yeah.
One day she'll have like 20,000 guys in a room and she'll be halfway through it all and then just have guns come out of her nipples and just start shooting them all. Like, it's actually a big plot to actually just kill off loads of men by tempting them into a room with her.
Yeah, I mean, look, they would all be very much deserving of a Darwin Award, I'd say that much. I think they would anyway for being that close to her. So saying I'm on my way means I haven't actually left yet, but I'm thinking about it. That's not true. I normally say I'm on my way just as I'm literally, like, I've got my shoes on and my coat on. I've put my keys in my pocket. I've whipped my phone out to let them know so I don't have to text whilst I'm walking.
You see, I think there's different kinds of I'm on my way depending on how long the commute is.
That's true. Yeah.
As to how much you can get away with it, kind of thing.
See, I wouldn't say I'm on my way if I'm still sat in front of the sofa in my nightie or whatever, you know? I wouldn't do it because I just can't. It's so dishonest. I would rather say I am actually running a little bit behind, but I will be ready in like 10 minutes. So, you know?
Yeah.
I can do that. I can't say I'm on my way if I'm actually definitely not on my way yet.
True.
I can't do it.
Here's one we had submitted, but I don't think I agree with it. But you might.
Okay.
Nobody knows what the F keys on a keyboard actually do.
Types the letter F, doesn't it? No, I'm kidding.
I think they're relating to the...
They are.
Are they talking like F1 to F12? Or are they talking FN? I'm talking FN. FN like on a laptop, that are function keys. I know what they do.
I was thinking F10 to F12.
But F1 to F12, well, I know that Alt F4 closes your tab, closes your whatever you got open.
I don't know any of them.
You press like F1 and you get help or something.
Yeah.
Usually you press on the F keys on boot up to get into the BIOS. That's usually like F10 or F12 or F8.
Yeah.
I
mean, this is like an unspoken language on its own, isn't it?
Is it complicated?
Yeah, because I don't know any of them, so it's definitely complicated for me.
You never used Alt F4?
I probably have, because I've probably been on the phone to you at some point and you said, press Alt F4.
Yeah, probably.
But I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't know what that does.
Okay. I couldn't tell you what any other useful combinations, really. I suppose there is that then. You know what? Should I Google it? Let's Google it. What do the F keys do?
Okay.
What do the F keys? Okay. I mean, so it kind of depends what software you're in.
I want it to blow my mind. I want this to be like...
F1 typically opens the help menu.
Okay.
F2, often used for renaming files or folders in Windows Explorer.
Okay.
F3, generally used for search functions in applications, like to find or replace dialogue in Word. There you go, that's useful for you. F4, often used to close the current window, especially when combined with Alt. Yeah.
Yeah.
F5, used to refresh web page browsers. Oh, yeah, I knew that one. F5, refresh. F6 moves the cursor to the address bar in most browsers. Oh, let's try that. Oh, it does. Yeah. Press F6 on your computer while you get your browser open. That is our trick of the week.
Say it again.
So you got your browser open.
Yeah.
Press F6.
Just F6.
Just press F6.
That did not do what I think you wanted it to do.
Did it not highlight your address bar?
No, it didn't. Now my laptop's doing nothing, which is a bit worrying.
Okay.
It's it's disabled my mouse pad.
You had the function.
No.
You had the function key on.
Have I?
Yeah,
it's back. My mouse is back.
Right, turn off function and then press.
How do you do that? Just press it.
Yeah, usually function toggles.
It hasn't done anything.
Well, you press F6 now.
I did.
And what's it doing?
It's bringing up the freaking... it's done it again.
You still got the function turned on.
I turned it off. I did what you said.
Okay, right.
I don't like... Oh, no, it won't come back now.
I've disabled your touchpad.
No.
Touchpad. That could be an innuendo, couldn't it?
Oh, I've got it back. Right, never doing that again. I'm not pressing your F buttons.
Wonder if Uncle Jerry's ever used that one. I'll come and take a look at your touchpad.
You can look at my touchpad, but I'm not touching your F buttons. Yeah. Right?
F7 used for grammar and spell check. F8 can be used to find the boot menu in Windows startup. F9 refreshes document in Word and can also send and receive emails in Outlook. F10 opens menu bar in applications. F11 enters full screen mode in browsers. And F12 opens the save as dialog in Word and can also be used to open developer tools in browsers. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Don't say you don't learn anything new with Topicopedia.
Well, I didn't. I just learned that you tried to ruin my laptop. You disabled my cursor and it made me really, really worried. I'm moving on because I didn't like that. It was bullshit. I'm never touching F buttons again.
Okay.
Oh, I knew there was a reason I didn't mess with those. We all have a back of the fridge food item that's been expired since the Obama administration. I would say yes, but I do. When I was forced to buy a new fridge a year or so ago, maybe about a year ago, and since then, A, there's barely been anything in it, and B, I do actually now when I do my shopping and it arrives, I will go through the fridge and take out anything that is expired and throw it away. I am on it now.
Good stuff.
How about you?
Yeah, there's a few things in my fridge that could probably have been in. I do look at it from time to time and just sling it out.
I'm not even going to lie though. I do have a packet of ham in my fridge that I know is gone.
Yeah, and you just keep it just as a goodwill gesture.
I see it there and I think I need to throw that away, but like the bin's a bit full or whatever, and I just think, yeah, I'll do it next time. It's probably about 3 weeks out of date now. I really should throw it away.
Yeah. How about this for an unwritten rule, social rule? Okay. If you trip in public, you must pretend it didn't happen and walk off like a boss.
Yeah. You got to style it out though. I mean, I think the best thing you can do is sort of own it a little bit. I mean, the problem is I can't pretend that it didn't happen because I've probably, in the process of tripping, gone, fuck, you know?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you shout that, then...
I know. Yeah. And so I normally feel like I have to back it up with, God, it scared the shit out of me, you know? And then just walk off.
Yeah, I remember seeing a really funny clip once of someone running for a bus and it driving off, and then just like, they'd gone from like waving their arm to just like flying their arms around and then slowing down to a fast walk and then a stroll back on themselves. Just like, yeah, I think people saw that, but he pretend it never happened and just gradually just went back to normal. Like,
it is so awkward when something like that happens though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Horrible. It's horrible. You've definitely hit remind me later on a software update for 3 years straight. I literally did it when I booted up my laptop a minute ago.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. But some things update, and you're thinking, why are you updating? Like,
Yeah.
things like smart meters. Your smart meter updates. Why does it update? It does the same job.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point in updating? Like, half the time it just breaks stuff more than it fixes it.
True.
I suppose it make a massive guess. It probably keeps some people in a job, isn't it? Fix one thing and break another, and then you got time to then.
That's true.
Keep yourself in a job while you fix it again.
It's keeping a human in employment.
Yeah, so there we go. We're all for keeping people in employment.
Yes.
So this is so true of so many cases. If you do a group project, one person does everything, but everyone gets the credit.
Yeah, I hate.
It's like
like
you also
you're carrying someone.
Yeah, but you also kind of like unknowingly end up volunteering a leader. Like,
I don't know. I actually don't even think it's like that. I think it's more that.
You usually have someone who kind of takes a bit of lead in it, and then once they take that lead, you kind of then go, you know what? You're best answering this because you kind of know it a bit better than me. You kind of like fob them off with it, and then they become then the person that's leading the task.
I think that is one way of it happening. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the other way is that you've got a group of people and, 9 out of 10 of them could not give a shit about doing that project, really. Everyone feels like, well, someone will do it, so why should I care? And then there's that one person who's highly anxious and really organised who's like, fuck, I must do everything. And so they end up doing it all. Yeah. And I hate being that person. I hate that feeling of, oh my God, why am I doing everything and no one else is doing anything?
Yeah, true.
It really, I must admit though, I think with our podcast, for example, I think we've got a good balance because, politely, you don't do a huge amount of prep, but you do a lot of social media.
That's true. Yeah, I kind of wing it a bit with the prep, but yeah, the social media.
It swings and roundabouts. Yeah, but that's fine because we've got into a little groove of that and it works. So it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's about sharing the load and making it work.
Making use of each person's individual strengths.
Don't push it. Strengths.
Are you calling me stupid again?
No, I was calling myself stupid.
Oh, you're not stupid. Oh dear. Whose turn is it to read? Whose go is it?
I think it's yours.
The gin's
this one.
starting to hit. Okay, yeah, gin's hitting a little bit now. You don't know true fear until you accidentally like a 3-year-old photo on someone's Instagram.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Saying that though, you can quite happily go through our socials and like stuff 3 years ago because we love that.
Do.
We like seeing the old stuff come back around. We love to see what we do.
And moreover, I actually don't mind it when people do it on like my Snake account. If someone does it with my Snake content or the Topicopedia content, that's great. It's nice that it's still getting engagement. It's quite fun. But if someone does that on your personal account, it's a bit like, oh, okay.
You're having a good route.
Right, hun. Yeah, God, you went way back to like 2012. Oh, did you have fun? Gosh, I bet you found some really boring shit back there. Back when I was playing Animal Farm or whatever. What was it? Farmland or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Farmville.
I found a mouse. Farmville, whatever it was. Yeah, all those notifications.
What makes me laugh is when you get the really old Facebook ones and it's back before it said, back when, it used to put your name and then something straight after, you'd comment straight after it, didn't it?
Yes.
So it was like you could do, Nicole is currently recording Topicopedia, but now I'll just say, is currently recording Topicopedia. And it just looks really odd. Am I right in thinking that's the way it did it? I'm sure it's the
You're right. Yeah, it did used to say, Nicole is, and now it's just, what do you want to say?
What's on your mind?
So yeah, it does look a bit weird now. Yeah.
Yeah, when them old ones come around, you're like, fancy me just starting a status off like that. But it actually made sense at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, what have we got else on this list then? If someone starts a sentence with no offence, offence is 100% coming. Yeah, but
this is true.
It's coming, but it's going to be the most polite possible way you could ever imagine.
Not necessarily.
It usually is reasonably.
Sometimes. I find that quite often people say that, or they might rephrase it so it's like, I'm not being funny, but... proceed to say something that really is a bit out of line.
Yeah.
I feel like people use it as a precursor to, they know they're going to say something quite rude to you. They know they're going to do it, but they're going to dress it up as this is something that's going to sound off, but it's not. And so they put that in your head before they say it so that you don't take it the wrong way. But the moment someone says, no offense, or I'm not being funny, but I immediately have my heckles up and I just think, you fucking really, you best. And then normally they say it and I think, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
All right. None taken. You didn't probably need to say that, but okay. But yeah, it does. It actually gets my heckles up. It does the opposite of what I think it's intended to do for me personally.
Yeah.
So there you go.
True.
Yeah. People only remember to pray when airplane turbulence hits. Well, it's either then or when you got a bit of the Ganges revenge and you're stuck on a motorway or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, then
You're
pray,
up against
don't
it.
you?
Yeah, you're up against it.
It's like, you know, please, or you're stuck in a meeting or something and you're just like, I just beg of you, please, God, if you're there, I'm sure you probably are and you're listening, please don't let me shit myself in front of all these people. It's going to stink. I had the fish cake. It was undercooked and I regret my sins at this point. I had a bit of Bonnie Blue's blue waffle and I'm paying for it now. I'm so sorry. I fully repent. Please don't make me poop in my pants. It would be bad. Yeah, those times that we pray. Yeah. I have to bring it down back to pooing somehow, didn't I?
You did. We got so far in this episode. Like, we made it to an hour.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm slacking. I need to get better.
Oh dear. I don't know what to say some of these for next week.
Again?
Do you not think? Do you think we can get through these? We've got a lot. There is a lot of unwritten social rules. Okay, we'll carry on.
Okay.
Carry on if you want.
Have we got time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go on then. Keep going.
When you're watching a movie with someone and they look at you during a sad part and you got to pretend you're not crying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what? You pretend you're not? Is it not?
Yeah. I don't like crying in front of people. I was saying this yesterday. I did a quiz. I can't explain what I was doing. Like, anyway, I was doing a quiz in a group chat and I did it. And one of them was like, when did you last cry? And I'm like, God, I don't even remember because I do it all the bloody time at stupid things. Like if something actually upsets me, I don't actually tend to cry.
Yeah.
But if I'm watching a film or a TV show, right? This is how ridiculous it is. And I know what happens next. Now, it doesn't have to be a happy thing. It doesn't have to be a sad thing. I just know.
Okay.
And it makes me cry. I'm like, oh my God,
oh dear.
I know what happens next. Oh my God. And then I'm gone. And I'm just like, but I can't let anyone see that I am this ridiculous. So I really try very hard. And I'm like, okay, don't breathe, and suck it up. And then I'm there like, dabbing my eyes. Just like, no, I've got itch. I'm definitely not wiping tears away. Yeah, I don't like people thinking I cry. It's weird. I don't know what, there's a mental block there.
I want people to think you're human. No,
we can't have that. Look, my grandma was one of these ladies who was very proper and well-to-do, and she was very sort of like, you don't cry. If you need to cry, you do it in private. You don't do that in front of people. It's unsightly to show emotion. And unfortunately, as much as I disagree with that, it's rubbed off, and it just makes me feel so utterly stupid. So yeah, I try not to show it at all costs. Yeah, there you go. So we all have a movie we've definitely seen that we've never actually watched.
Yeah, fair dues.
I can't. I'm more the other way around. I tend to think I've not seen stuff, and then I get 20 minutes in and realise, oh yeah, I have
seen
actually
this before. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that like a lot because my short-term memory is shite. It's absolutely shot. Yeah.
What about, do you ever, when like you're in the shower or whatnot, rehearse fake conversations or win imaginary arguments?
My daughter does it on the toilet. God, I tell you what, she has some right old chats in there with herself. And it's to the point, because like she used to sit in there, she'd be in there for like 3/4 of an hour. And I was like, I banned her from taking her phone to the toilet because, you know, it's a bit frustrating when you're waiting to go in the shower or because you need a wee or whatever. And but she still spends all that time in there. And the moment you say, can you get on with it? She'll just flush and come out. And it's because she's sat in there having imaginary conversations with herself. And it's just like, oh my God. But yes, I don't think I do it in the shower. But I feel like I do it in the kitchen more than anywhere.
Oh, maybe.
Have little conversations with myself or some cooking, like, you know, little arguments and things. Yeah. Always win, of course, in my brain.
Yeah, but a lot of time it's like after you've had an argument with someone or something, or you've had an interaction that day, you're thinking, oh, I should have said such and such.
And it didn't go so good, because you didn't think of the thing in time. Because it's hard in the moment, isn't it? Like emotions might be heightened or whatever. You're on the spot and your brain just goes, eat. Yeah, it's really frustrating. And so you play it out afterwards, don't you? And you're like, oh, what I should have said is this. And you know that if it was someone else's argument, you would have thought of that in the moment and been like, oh, they should have said that, they should have said that. But when it's you, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Not at all. No. When someone says funny story, it's rarely funny and usually long.
Yeah, that's true.
God, I think I'm the worst for that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell a lot of stories, don't I?
You tell a lot of stories, but you don't tend to proclaim they're funny. You just tell them and make them funny.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I am hilarious and sexy. So, yeah.
How about this one? So we are doing, the unwritten social rules.
Yeah.
Secret social code. Plenty of alliteration there. You must absolutely nod along when someone explains something you don't understand. So,
I do actually do it to you quite a lot.
Yeah, and then you go, you know what? Can you show me? Or can you watch me do it and then tell me, help me along with it? I think you start it and you don't know where you started with.
Honestly, the worst one, and I feel so bad, and I hope they don't listen. I love these people, but I've got a friend and her husband. Now they're coming to my birthday, so if you end up managing to come to my birthday, Steve, you will meet these people.
Okay.
My friend's husband is the most Cornish person in the world. Now, Gerald out of
Clarkson's Farm.
Farm. I can understand 80% of what Gerald says, right? Yeah, genuinely. There's the odd thing. It's a bit like, I'm not sure. But I can understand most of what he's saying. So this is how well I can understand quite a thick Southwestern accent, okay? I can understand maybe 5% of what her husband's saying.
Oh, no.
All I hear is... And the worst thing is the last time we were all sat having a cup of tea together a couple of years ago, he was there doing his at me. And then I just went, yeah. And then my friend went, but what do you think, though? And I was like, well, I don't like to say, really. Because the whole way through, I've gone, yeah.
I keep that opinion to myself, thank you. And it's like, what colour would you paint your bathroom if you had to paint it tomorrow?
Exactly. So if you're listening and you're coming to my party, you might be one of these people. If you have a very thick Cornish accent, I'm really sorry. I haven't mentioned your name, but people are going to know it's you. I love you to death. You're such a lovely human, but my God, I haven't got a clue what you're saying.
You should come with the translator.
Oh, please. Do you dare me to get him like a little chalkboard to wear around his neck?
That's brilliant.
I can't do it. I pretended for all these years that I know what he's saying. I haven't got a clue. And the funny thing is once she.
But if he doesn't listen to this, and he
Yeah.
when you see him at your party,
Yeah.
are you just going to keep nodding along still?
Yeah, probably, if I'm completely honest. But the thing is, I'm going to be an arsehole because I'm going to be like, because his name's Steve, I'm going to be like, sorry, now I've outed him. I'm going to be like, yeah, I've got to go. That's a really interesting point. But I've got to go get another drink, Steve. I'll be back in a minute and then we're doing the quiz. So just hold that thought, Steve. I'll be like, so Steve, this is Steve. You should get acquainted. I need to go and do a poo.
Thanks for that.
And,
Just going to turn my bike around.
I will. Yeah, I have a bike that needs turning around. You will know what I mean. He won't. That'd be a first. But it'll be that way around.
You know what? It serves him right for not listening. It completely serves him right for not listening. He should be a listener and a contributor. Yeah, we would love him. You know what? He can send us voice notes anytime. And if that could be a game where we try and de-scramble what he said.
I think you should talk to him at my party if you're there. And I think you should say, do you watch Clarkson's Farm? Which he probably doesn't, but do you watch Clarkson's Farm? Yeah, you remind me of somebody on that. And actually, like, Jeremy Clarkson can't understand him and it's quite funny. You should send us feedback to the podcast that we can play. He's really shy, though. He's like a really shy guy. You can tell, some people you can tell on their face that they're really shy.
Yeah.
He looks really bashful and it's very sweet. Bless him. But... yeah, no, he's lovely, and I feel really guilty for saying it. It's like my little guilty confession that I've barely ever understood anything he's ever said. Oh dear!
Right, I think with this we should make a part 3 of this on Written Rules of
I
Life.
think we're going to have to because we've got quite a lot left. Haven't we? But I think this has been like a really good topic because it's really been like opened up lots of conversations, hasn't it?
Yes, we've told some stories, and I don't want to just skim through them because I think the stories are quite fun. Like,
I'm glad I'm telling good stories because I was worried. I was worried for a minute there that I thought I had good stories and everyone else is like, yawn, shut up, next. Would you just hurry up and tell a joke already? Yeah, no, I'm glad.
you said to me that did we want any singers to sing anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have got someone to sing the next part.
I did think about it.
Okay.
Have you prepped this segment?
This segment? No.
No. Because, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this segment.
Oh, now you tell me we're going to drop this segment just like this.
Oh,
we've already put it in the intro now.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we're going to drop it now, but I'm thinking like in general at some point in time. I'm not sure that this segment's going to stay forever.
If someone wants to like to suggest a new segment to replace this segment, then let us know
at Topicopedia.online or any of our socials, because there's got to be something. It only needs to be a quick segment, no more than 5 minutes or so. Yes. Go on then. I should probably announce what the segment is, just in case you're new and don't have a clue what we're talking about. The segment is Urban Dictionary of the Week.
Hey.
There you go.
Hang on, where's my clapping? Did it ever put a fanfare in here?
No.
Oh, just a drum roll. Just doesn't go anywhere.
No.
Okay.
Would have done.
Oh yeah, where's that gone? That's I've got too many pages of sound effects now that hey.
Yeah.
Larry! Yes?
Whoa!
Sorry, did I just blow everyone's eardrums with that one? Sorry.
You just blew everyone's eardrums out.
There we go. Wrong button. There we go.
Right, so anyway, we're doing Urban Dictionary Word of the Week. What have you got for us, Steve?
Okay, this one's pretty self-explanatory, but
extrapolatory.
Sleep tweeting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do people do that? It makes sense, but...
Well, what do you think it is?
Well, it's like going on one of your socials and posting some gibberish whilst you're asleep.
How do you know that?
Because it sounds like something that I ought to be doing with all this sleep talking and stuff, but I don't do that.
The act of tweeting during your sleep cycle, usually occurring at night. The act of tweeting in the middle of the night, or when one is falling asleep, or when one has just woken from sleep and falls back to sleep. Tweeting usually while being subcoherent, usually uses a hashtag on Twitter to explain a tweet. For example, woke up this morning with a half-witted tweet, hashtag sleep tweeting.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It does what it says on the tin, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
That one was quite...
That's all right. It's fine. Again, I don't feel like it's a real interesting
You're not going to be
because
using that one.
well, if I ever need to, I'm sure I would, but...
Okay, what about Lee had det bra? Lee had det bra.
No, I've no idea.
This is a term used to describe the act of an individual or couple who does not leave a social gathering without rigorously assuring everyone they've informed every remaining party of their pending departure and exclaimed their best wishes. Otherwise known as an Irish goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Using context, can I get a ride home? Person drove me here, but will take them another 45 minutes to Lee had det bra. I don't know where the terms come from.
No.
GHD.
Good hair day.
Gigantic huge dick. Using context, dude, my boyfriend has a GHD.
Yeah, I would just think that he's got hair straighteners and he's very metrosexual. Sorry.
Okay, what about a pudding cup?
Oh, it sounds like something Bonnie Blue serves their waffles in, doesn't it? Don't know, still not a clue.
This is what we came for. It's turned up today.
Oh, good.
When a man comes in a woman's ass and then licks his own semen out of the gaping butthole like the inside of a pudding cup.
Oh,
Using context, my boyfriend treats my ass like an empty pudding cup.
well, an empty one.
Well, he fills it up and then empties it, I guess.
Oh, I suppose.
What do you think to
Well,
that?
at least he's tidying up, isn't he?
Tidying up after himself. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't think that happens an awful lot. So, yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I guess. One more. One last one.
Oh, I've got two here that we could do.
Oh, go on then.
Okay.
Go on then.
Okay. This one was added in 2012. 16 downvotes, only 11 upvotes. But what is an angel wing?
Oh, normally that's quite a sad thing, isn't it? Like someone's gained their wings, which normally means they've died.
Okay. Well, in this case, it doesn't.
Okay.
Fucking a girl's shoulder blade fat by squishing the two blades together as in a titty fuck, while she's face down on the bed, cream in a feather shape to authenticate. Using context, do you know Betty Sue? Oh yeah, I angel winged that fat hoe last night at the local ice cream shop. Good.
I shouldn't find it as funny as it was. Why is that funny? Oh no.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of people giving each other an angel wing? Maybe?
No.
No, I don't think I've ever given an angel wing.
No.
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 Okay, shidio. What's a shidio?
Spelling, please.
SHIDEO.
Is it scat, but you film it?
It's a video uploaded on the internet that is so dumb or boring, no one should have uploaded it in the first place. Using context, did you see that shidio that Susie the Four-Wicketer sent me about the guy that sort of tripped? Why would anyone want to watch that?
This is rubbish. No, this
Not like
is exactly what I don't like on Urban. This is someone who's gone, this is a shit video. Huh, lol. They're probably very stoned. Huh,
Yeah.
lol. I'm going to make that one word. Huh, shittio. Huh, oh, I'm a genius. I'm going to go put that on Urban Dictionary. And it's not funny. It's not funny. It's just, it's a bit naff, mate. Sorry.
Okay. What about, I feel like I got to end on a good one now.
I think we've peaked.
Oh, don't say that.
One more.
Oh, I mean, this one is like that, but has got enough terms to keep us busy for a little bit. What is a shit station?
Is that not where you go to the toilet, but like a really organised toilet station? Like you go into a cubicle and it's got like, you know, you've got like your toilet roll, it's all really neat in a row. You've got like, maybe it's like one of those that's got a sink in there, like a basin. It's got the hand wash, it's got the hand towels. It's just shit station.
It sounds like it'd be like
a magazine.
You pay your fare to get in there, and it's worth it.
Yeah. You're not paying 20p for this one. You're paying like at least £1.
Yeah,
but it is worth it. It is a shit station. It is, but in the best way. Yeah, it's a poo closet.
So the two terms for this are either a place where many people can shit at once, or a gas station bathroom. Okay, so they've not got as glamorous with theirs. Do you want to hear it in context?
I don't think I do, but we're going to have to.
Yeah, okay. So the context of the first one.
Okay.
The toilets on some restaurants are shit stations because the food makes us go shit like crazy. Okay.
Okay.
Must have some food that, helps you go. Or, my college has about 15 private toilets in the dorm shit station. Okay. Veggies. Okay, so the second context. Passenger. Man, after that microwave burrito, you got to stop at a shit station. Driver, where? There are no gas stations over here. Passenger, just pull over then. Give me a map, quick. Driver, oh shit, man. There's a shit station. Passenger, too late.
Oh, no. Their prayers were not answered on the motorway. This is what happens.
Oh, dear. That was...
Should have prayed harder, mate.
Should have prayed harder. Yeah, should have done. Oh, yeah. I think that was a good one to end on. The segment may live for another week if I can be asked to prep it and actually find good answers.
It genuinely depends if we can find a better segment in that time or not.
It does, doesn't it? Any suggestions, let us know on our website.
Lovely.
Topicopedia.online.
Excellent. Are you ready, Steve?
Am I ready? Oh, good question. Am I ready? Let me have a frantic look for it. But in the meantime, I think the button I need is this one.
It's the meme of the week. Meme of the week. Meme of the week. So unique. It's the meme of the week. Meme of the week. Meme of the week.
I like that. Although
isn't that great?
It does sound like he's losing his voice a bit. Has he been on the shandies singing that?
See, to me, I think it doesn't sound like he's losing his voice. It sounds like he's like hiccuping as he sings. He's meme of the week. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway,
I think he could have sung about what it's actually about, because now we still got to go and explain what it's about.
I think it's pretty easy for us to explain, Steve, is when you and I painstakingly go head to head each week with a meme that we have to battle it out for the crown of king or queen of the memes, I guess, who wins meme of the week. I can tell you that last week you won meme of the week. You had the superior meme.
I was proud of that one last week.
It was a good one last week. It was good. So congratulations. I'm surprised you didn't press your little Windows button. There you go. You deserve it. You deserve it. So, yes. Do you have a meme for us this week, Steve?
I do. So this is 2 eggs in a pan of boiling water. And one's cracked. He's saying, I've got a big crack. And the other one says, Stop teasing. I'm not even hard yet.
That's really good. It's really good. Okay, right. So mine. You know those sexy love dice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the caption is, needless to say, this erotic dice game isn't going the way I thought it would. And there's 3 dice. And it says, one says rub my, the next one says face, and the next one says on the floor.
Yeah, that's just what you want, to have carpet burns on your face. Lovely.
Yeah, or cockroach feet stuck to you or something. I don't know. Or whatever's on your floor. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it in HD. I don't want my face rubbed into the floor. If that's what the dice say, then I guess I'm taking a shot, because there's no way that's happening. So head over to Topicopedia.online, head to the homepage, scroll down a tiny bit, and you will find a Meme of the Week poll where you can vote for your favourite Meme of the Week. Please drop whatever you're doing right now and just pop over there and do it. Topicopedia.online, homepage, Meme of the Week. Give us a vote. Okay. Excellent. Fantastic. And I loved our little intro.
So did I. It was good. I like that.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Anyway, did I ever tell you? I used to have a friend named Calculated.
Oh?
Yeah, used to. I think now I miscalculated.
Oh my God. They do tend to get better as we go on. We do this on purpose.
What does no one ever look forward to?
Oh, I don't know.
Their ass in a mirror.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
Well, I suppose you could put another mirror in front. I think you'd still see your ass with that turn around.
Oh, that's true.
But that's a technicality.
That's opening portals. That shouldn't do that.
I don't know if we've done this one before, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Okay.
What do you call a lesbian with braces?
Ooh, I don't know.
A box cutter.
A joke you can feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, here's one more for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say to someone? What do you say to someone who is about to give you a BJ?
Please.
Bon appetit.
Oh, so bad. You did not.
Bon
That wasn't-
appetit.
Oh, no, it's
Oh,
so
dear.
bad. It's so bad.
It's
Okay.
terrible. It's terrible. I don't
Okay.
even know French.
I mean, yeah. So my ex once asked me if sex is a chore for me. And I said, nah, not really. Chores are satisfying afterwards. A mother found her son's BDSM porn stash of
Oh,
magazine. Yeah, and she showed them to her husband. And she asked him, what do we do?
What do you do?
And the dad said, well, exactly. And the dad says, I don't know, but I'm damn sure I'm not going to spank him.
Nearly as good as when I told it.
That's all right. So I've got quite a long one.
Okay.
That's not the joke.
That would be a surprise.
Well, yes, it would be to all of us, because I'm not expecting that either. So Vladimir Putin calls one of his generals, and he says, I hear that our soldiers are having trouble grasping their weapons.
Oh, okay.
Their gloves are too slippery. We need to give them better gloves that are really good for grasping. Yeah. And the general replies, yeah, I know this company called Rara, and they're really good at making non-slip gloves. And Putin says, excellent. I want them to design a new machine to make the best grasping gloves in all of Russia. And his general says, you got it, boss. And Putin says, oh, and I want the project to be named after myself, because it was my idea. And the general says, that's no problem. And so time passes. And finally, the new glove machine is built. And at the inauguration, there's a giant banner that reads, Rah-Rahs grasp Putin, Russia's greatest glove machine.
It'd be even better if you sang it.
I can't. My vocal cords still haven't quite dusted off from the cold that.
I'll let you off.
Yeah. We're going with that excuse. I've got one more, but it is really long, this one. So a guy goes into a sex shop and he's looking to buy a sex doll. I hope we haven't had this before. Forgive me if we had. The salesman behind the counter goes through various ranges from quite cheap to ultra high tech. And the salesman shows the guy one that looks almost lifelike and can do just about everything, even walk, talk, and hold conversations, and then shows him the ones that are nothing more than a cheap inflatable. And eventually he settles on around the middle of the range, nothing too high tech, but it has to be inflatable. Okay, so he could hide it more easily when not using it. So he takes it home and he realizes he has no kind of pump. And he didn't buy one of the self-inflating ones. Silly man. So he gets down to blowing this thing up manually.
Okay.
And after a lot of huffing and puffing, he's so exhausted, he goes off to have a rest before he can make use of it. And when he comes back, the doll is completely deflated and he has to start all over again. So, right, lots more huffing and puffing, and he inflates her again. But again, he's knackered and he has to go for a rest. And when he gets back, again, she's deflated. And he decides to try one more time.
I think he needs to get his money back.
He does, yeah. So this time he decides to watch to see why she's deflating. Anyway, sure enough, the doll subsides very quickly and the guy's fuming. He's like, right, that's it. So he shoves her back in the box and marches back to the shop and he slams the box on the counter and says, "This doll has gone down on me 3 times. And the salesman said, "Wow, if I'd known she could do that, I'd have charged you more." And on that note, I think we'll leave it there for this week. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Topicopedia. As usual, you can get hold of us at topicopedia.online via our sexy feedback form. Give us your feedback. Let us know what to replace Urban Dictionary Word of the Week with. You can also let us know on any of our social media platforms. Don't forget to vote for your favourite meme of the week. Please do it now if you haven't already, which you should have done by now, of course. Topicopedia.online. Scroll down on the homepage, hit the vote and press send. And we shall see you again next week for another episode. Bye.
Bye.